Have you ever wondered why so many people take omega-3 supplements religiously yet still wake up feeling stiff, tired, or sore after a workout? You may be doing everything right, eating healthy, staying active, even getting enough protein, but if your body's nighttime recovery machinery is not switched on, all that effort goes to waste. Here's what most people never realize. The real magic of muscle growth does not happen in the gym. It happens when you sleep, while you rest. Your body enters a repair phase where muscle fibers are rebuilt, hormones reset, and inflammation is cleared out. But for this to happen efficiently, your system needs the right nutritional signals and omega-3s, while valuable for heart and brain health, are not the main triggers for muscle regeneration. In fact, new research shows that two specific vitamins, when taken at night, activate your body's muscle-building response far more effectively than omega-3 supplements ever could. These nutrients help your muscle cells respond better to growth hormones, enhance protein synthesis, and even improve insulin sensitivity overnight, meaning you burn fat and build lean tissue while you sleep. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of your muscles as a construction site. Protein provides the bricks, exercise creates the blueprint, but vitamins like these two act as the construction managers, the ones who decide when the rebuilding starts, how efficiently it happens, and whether the foundation remains strong for years to come. Without the managers, even the best materials sit unused. What makes this especially important for adults in their 40s, 50s, and beyond is that muscle recovery slows dramatically with age. Hormones like testosterone and growth hormone decline, sleep quality drops, and insulin becomes less efficient. That combination makes it harder to maintain lean muscle, even with good nutrition. But by giving your body these two key vitamins right before bed, you essentially hand the night shift its instructions, ensuring your muscles rebuild instead of break down. In this video, I will break down exactly how your body rebuilds muscle during sleep, the two vitamins that switch on that process, and why timing them at night makes all the difference. We will explore how they influence hormones, metabolism, and fat burning while you rest, and I will give you clear, practical ways to use them safely and effectively. If this is helpful so far, tap the hype button below and consider subscribing. I post content like this every day. The supplements we are discussing in this video are tagged with the video, and you can get them from online stores. Now let us start by understanding what is really happening inside your body when you fall asleep, and why that is the perfect window to rebuild muscle naturally. Here is what most people never understand about muscle growth. It does not happen while you are lifting weights or moving your body during the day. The real transformation begins when you lie down at night, your eyes close, and your body shifts from a state of activity to repair. This is when your metabolism changes gears, from burning fuel to rebuilding structure. Here is what is really going on inside your body. When you fall asleep, insulin levels drop, cortisol decreases, and your pituitary gland releases a surge of growth hormone. Think of growth hormone as the construction foreman who walks onto the site right after dark, directing the repair crews to patch up every muscle fiber that was stressed during the day. But this system only runs efficiently if your cells have the right cofactors, the vitamins and minerals that act like tools in the hands of that repair crew. Without them, the work slows down, the repairs are incomplete, and you wake up sore, weak, and inflamed. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your muscles as roads in a city. During the day, traffic creates wear and tear, small cracks and potholes. At night, repair teams come out to fix them while traffic is low. But if they show up without proper tools or materials, the cracks remain, the road weakens, and soon you have a full breakdown. Your body works exactly the same way. Now, studies show that during deep sleep, muscle protein synthesis increases while cortisol, the stress hormone that breaks down muscle, drops. This is why good sleep and nighttime nutrition are critical. A 2023 analysis from clinical physiology research found that nighttime muscle protein synthesis can be boosted by specific micronutrients that enhance growth hormone sensitivity. These nutrients, particularly vitamin D3 and zinc, act as the ignition switch for your muscle rebuilding machinery. But here is the challenge. Most people take their vitamins in the morning right alongside breakfast. While that is fine for general wellness, It completely misses the window when your body is actually doing the rebuilding. Your muscles are not growing during the day, they are being stressed. The recovery happens when your metabolism shifts to parasympathetic mode, that calm, restorative phase that dominates while you sleep. That is why taking the right vitamins at night aligns your nutrition with your biology. If this is helpful so far, tap the hype button below and consider subscribing. I post content like this every day. The supplements we are discussing in this video are tagged with the video and you can get them from online stores. Now let us talk about why omega-3 supplements, while beneficial, are not the real solution for rebuilding muscle overnight and what your body is truly missing. For years, omega-3 supplements have been marketed as the gold standard for recovery, inflammation, and heart health. And to be fair, omega-3s do play an important role in reducing chronic inflammation and supporting cell membrane integrity. But here is the truth that most people do not hear. Omega-3s are not the signal that tells your body to rebuild muscle. They are more like the fire department, putting out the flames of inflammation, but they do not rebuild what was damaged after the fire is out. Here is what is really going on inside your body. When your muscles are worked during the day through exercise, lifting, or even daily activity, microscopic tears form in the fibers. These tears trigger inflammation, which is a necessary part of the recovery process. Omega-3s can calm this inflammation, but the deeper process of repair depends on hormonal signals and cellular cofactors that tell your DNA to start rebuilding proteins. Those signals depend on vitamins that act directly on your metabolism, particularly vitamin D3 and zinc. Let me explain with a simple analogy. Imagine inflammation as a construction site cleanup. Omega-3s send in the janitorial crew to sweep up the debris, which is crucial, but the rebuilding does not happen until the engineers and builders arrive. Those engineers are guided by specific nutrients that activate your genes to synthesize new muscle proteins. Without them, the cleanup finishes, but the new structure never forms. A growing body of research supports this distinction. A recent analysis in clinical nutrition research found that while omega-3 supplementation improved markers of inflammation, it did not significantly enhance muscle mass or strength in older adults unless combined with sufficient vitamin D status. Another study from sports medicine journals showed that zinc deficiency delayed post-exercise muscle repair even in subjects with high omega-3 intake. This means that omega-3s can quiet inflammation, but they cannot activate the rebuilding pathways unless those vitamin cofactors are present. This is especially critical for adults over 40. As we age, our muscle cells become less sensitive to anabolic signals. It is like the volume on your body's internal communication system gets turned down. Omega-3s can help keep the environment calm, but you still need the loudspeaker, the nutrients that amplify the rebuild message inside the muscle. Vitamin D3 and zinc are those amplifiers. So while omega-3s are still worth keeping in your routine for overall health, they are not the answer to waking up stronger, leaner, and more restored. The key is to combine the right vitamins at the right time, and that timing is not random. Nighttime is when your muscle-building machinery is switched on, and that is when these nutrients do their best work. Next, we will talk about the first of those two vitamins, vitamin D3, and why taking it at night changes the way your body responds to muscle-building hormones. Here is what most people never realize about vitamin D3. It is not just a vitamin. It acts more like a hormone, influencing hundreds of cellular functions, including muscle growth, fat metabolism, and hormone balance. When taken at the right time, especially at night, vitamin D3 becomes one of the most powerful activators of your body's natural muscle-building system. Here is what is really going on inside your body. Vitamin D3 binds to receptors found in almost every cell, including your muscle fibers. Once activated, these receptors influence how your cells respond to growth hormone, testosterone, and insulin, three of the most important players in muscle regeneration. When your vitamin D levels are low, those signals become weak. The body cannot efficiently repair microtears or generate new muscle protein, even if you are eating enough or training correctly. Let me explain with a simple analogy. Imagine your muscle cells as radio antennas waiting for a signal, growth hormone, and testosterone. Send out the broadcast, the build and repair command. But if your vitamin D receptors are weak or undernourished, that antenna is too dull to receive the message. By raising vitamin D3 levels, you amplify that signal, allowing your muscles to respond powerfully to those nighttime repair cues. Now, research has shown something fascinating. A study published in the Journal of Physiology demonstrated that vitamin D3 directly stimulates protein synthesis in muscle cells by activating the M2R pathway, the same molecular switch that tells your body to build new muscle tissue. Another set of studies found that individuals who corrected low vitamin D levels gained more strength and lean mass over 12 weeks compared to those with insufficient levels. This is not a coincidence. Vitamin D3 enhances muscle fiber recruitment and recovery speed, especially when taken consistently. Timing matters here. Many people take their vitamin D3 in the morning with breakfast, but this timing does not match the body's hormonal rhythm. Growth hormone and testosterone peak at night during deep sleep. Taking vitamin D3 in the evening allows it to support these nighttime surges, strengthening the anabolic response that drives muscle repair. It also helps regulate melatonin, improving sleep quality, another major factor for recovery. The ideal approach is simple. Take your vitamin D3 supplement with your evening meal that contains some healthy fat, such as avocado, olive oil, or salmon, because vitamin D3 is fat soluble. This ensures it is well absorbed and available for your body to use during the night. If this is helpful so far, tap the hype button below and consider subscribing. I post content like this every day. The supplements we are discussing in this video are tagged with the video, and you can get them from online stores. Now let us move on to the second vitamin that completes this nighttime repair system, zinc, the enzymatic switch that turns on the rebuilding machinery inside your muscles. Zinc is one of the most underrated nutrients when it comes to muscle recovery. Most people know it for its role in immunity or wound healing, but inside your body, zinc is the quiet engineer that keeps hundreds of repair reactions running smoothly. More than 300 enzymes depend on zinc to do their job, including the ones that control DNA repair, protein synthesis, and hormone production. Without it, your muscle cells cannot complete the rebuilding process, no matter how much protein you consume. Here is what is really going on inside your body. Every night, when your body enters deep sleep, muscle tissue begins repairing the microtears created during the day. Zinc provides the blueprint and the tools for that rebuilding. It helps convert amino acids into new muscle proteins, regulates testosterone and growth hormone, and stabilizes cell membranes against oxidative stress. When zinc levels are low, your body essentially runs out of building materials mid-project. The repairs slow down, recovery weakens, and muscle loss begins to outpace growth. Let me explain with a simple analogy. Imagine a construction crew that has all the plans and energy but no screws or bolts. The framework might go up, but nothing stays together. Zinc is those bolts, the small but essential parts that hold your muscle structure together while it rebuilds overnight. Research supports this deeply. A clinical study on athletes showed that even mild zinc deficiency reduced serum testosterone by up to 20% and impaired post-exercise recovery. Another analysis found that restoring zinc levels improved muscle repair and immune balance within weeks, even in older adults. Zinc's influence extends far beyond hormones. It also improves insulin sensitivity, which means your body can deliver nutrients more efficiently to muscle cells instead of storing them as fat. Timing is crucial here. Taking zinc at night enhances recovery because it works in synergy with the body's natural repair rhythm. During sleep, growth hormone and testosterone peak, and zinc acts as the enzymatic cofactor that allows those hormones to actually build muscle tissue. It is the green light that tells your body to turn hormonal signals into structural repair. The best way to take zinc is with a small meal in the evening that contains some protein such as eggs, chicken, or Greek yogurt. This improves absorption and reduces the chance of nausea that can occur on an empty stomach. Combining it with vitamin D3 at night creates a synergistic effect. Vitamin D3 amplifies the hormone signals, while zinc ensures the actual repair work gets done. Together, they transform your nighttime rest into a powerful recovery window. Next, we will discuss why timing, specifically the nighttime advantage, is what unlocks the true potential of these two vitamins. If you take away one thing from this entire video, let it be this: timing changes everything. It is not only what you take, but when you take it, that determines whether your body rebuilds or simply maintains. The human body operates on rhythms, predictable biological cycles that control hormones, repair, digestion, and metabolism. And one of the most powerful of these is the circadian rhythm, the internal clock that dictates when your body repairs and when it breaks down tissue. Here is what is really going on inside your body. During the day, cortisol and adrenaline dominate. These are your action hormones. They keep you alert, focused, and ready to move. But they also suppress the deep cellular repair processes because your body is in output mode, not recovery mode. When the sun goes down and melatonin rises, cortisol drops, growth hormone surges, and your body switches into anabolic repair mode. This is the window when muscle fibers are stitched back together, glycogen stores are refilled, and inflammation is reduced. Now imagine what happens if your nutrient timing is off. If you take vitamin D3 and zinc in the morning, most of their potential is spent while cortisol is high and growth hormone is low, the very opposite of what you want for muscle repair. But when you take them at night, just before sleep, you align them with your body's natural rebuilding schedule. It is like sending your body the right blueprints at exactly the right moment the repair team clocks in. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of your body as a high-tech factory. During the day, the machinery is busy producing energy and moving goods, but at night, the engineers come in to maintain and upgrade the systems. If the tools and materials for the upgrade are not delivered until morning, the engineers waste the entire night waiting. Taking your vitamins at night ensures those tools are ready exactly when the upgrade begins. Recent findings in chrononutrition, the science of nutrient timing, show that synchronizing supplement intake with circadian rhythms enhances absorption and effectiveness. For example, vitamin D3 taken in the evening has been shown to support deeper sleep, stabilize nighttime testosterone levels, and improve next-day strength recovery. Zinc, when paired with a nighttime protein meal, increases growth hormone activity and muscle protein synthesis overnight. So, what does this mean for you in practical terms? About 1 hour before bed, take your vitamin D3 and zinc with a light meal that includes some protein and healthy fat. Then, allow your body to enter rest without late-night snacking or blue light exposure. This gives your repair system the raw materials and the hormonal environment it needs to rebuild muscle tissue while you sleep. Now that you understand the timing advantage, let us wrap this up with a simple, clear protocol you can follow, a nightly routine to activate your body's muscle regeneration cycle naturally. Now that you understand the science behind these two vitamins and why timing is everything, let us translate that into a clear, actionable routine, a nightly protocol you can start using right away to rebuild muscle while you sleep. Here is what is really going on inside your body. The goal of this routine is to synchronize nutrient intake with your body's internal repair cycle. You want to give your muscles the raw materials, hormonal signals, and recovery environment they need, all before you close your eyes. That way, instead of simply resting, your body is actively regenerating. Start with vitamin D3. Most adults need between 2,000 and 4,000 international units per day, depending on their current vitamin D status and sunlight exposure. Take it with your evening meal that includes healthy fats such as avocado, olive oil, nuts, or salmon. Because vitamin D3 is fat soluble, the presence of dietary fat greatly enhances its absorption. Once in your system, it supports growth hormone signaling, testosterone balance, and nighttime repair. Next, add zinc. A safe, effective dose for most adults is 15 to 30 milligrams daily, ideally in the form of zinc picolinate or zinc citrate for better absorption. Take it about 1 hour before bed alongside a small serving of protein, such as Greek yogurt, eggs, or chicken. This combination enhances uptake and provides amino acids your muscles can use immediately during the repair phase. Avoid taking zinc on an empty stomach, as it can cause mild nausea in sensitive individuals. Together, these two nutrients work synergistically. Vitamin D3 amplifies hormonal signals for repair, while zinc turns those signals into actual tissue regeneration. It is the difference between having a repair order written and having it executed perfectly overnight. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Think of your body as a nighttime construction crew. Vitamin D3 is the supervisor who gives the repair instructions. Zinc is the worker who carries out the actual construction. When both are present, the project is completed efficiently, and you wake up stronger, leaner, and more energized. Now, here are a few supporting habits to make this protocol even more effective. First, aim to finish your last full meal 2 to 3 hours before bed. This allows insulin to drop and signals your body to shift into repair mode. Second, limit blue light exposure and screen time in the final hour before sleep. This helps melatonin rise, setting the stage for deeper, more restorative rest. Finally, keep your sleeping environment cool and dark. Studies show that cooler temperatures promote deeper, slow-wave sleep, the stage most associated with muscle regeneration. By following this simple protocol, evening vitamin D3, nighttime zinc, early dinners, and proper sleep hygiene, you create the ideal internal environment for overnight recovery. It is a small change, but one that compounds powerfully over time. If you've made it this far, you now understand something that most people miss their entire lives. Muscle is not built in the gym. It is built in the quiet hours of the night. The moment you fall asleep, your body begins one of its most complex and intelligent processes, rebuilding, recharging, and renewing itself at the cellular level. And the difference between waking up stronger or waking up sore often comes down to whether your body has the right signals and materials to do its job. Here is what is really going on inside your body. During deep sleep, your pituitary gland releases growth hormone, testosterone peaks, and insulin sensitivity improves. These three elements create the perfect biological environment for recovery. But if your vitamin D3 and zinc levels are low, the machinery cannot respond to those signals. It is like having power flowing through the wires, but no switch to turn on the lights. These two vitamins are that switch. Vitamin D3 acts like the hormonal activator. It primes your muscle cells to receive growth and repair signals efficiently. Zinc acts like the builder, ensuring that protein synthesis, DNA repair, and hormonal balance happen precisely as they should. Together, they convert sleep into a powerful anabolic state, one where your muscles are actively regenerating and your metabolism resets for the next day. Let me explain this with a simple analogy. Imagine your body as a smartphone. You can plug it in to charge, but if the charging cable is damaged or incomplete, the power never flows properly. Sleep is the power source. Vitamin D3 and zinc are the connectors that make sure the energy reaches every cell that needs it. When both are present, your body charges fully overnight. So, here are the big takeaways. First, omega-3 supplements are helpful for inflammation, but they do not rebuild muscle. Second, the real triggers for muscle repair are vitamin D3 and zinc, working in harmony with your hormones and sleep cycles. Third, timing matters. Take them at night to align with your body's natural circadian rhythm. And finally, consistency transforms results. The longer you support your recovery this way, the stronger, leaner, and more energized you will feel. Here is your challenge. Try this protocol for the next 2 weeks. Take vitamin D3 and zinc with your evening meal. Ensure at least 7 hours of quality sleep and pay attention to how you feel in the morning. Notice your strength, recovery, and mental clarity. The difference will speak for itself. If this added value, like the video and subscribe to join others optimizing their health naturally. Every week, I share new science-backed strategies to help you strengthen your metabolism, build muscle, and age with energy. Remember, your body is always rebuilding. You just need to give it the right tools and the right timing. Sleep well, recover deeply, and let your body do what it was designed to do, rebuild itself stronger every night.